What's up guys, my name is Djaji Prime. Let's talk. So welcome to another episode of Talk to Prime. Today we're going to be talking about race, ethnicity and nationality. Now please know, I'm not making this video because I'm trying to be PC or I really care what labels you use. I feel like if you're going to use words, you should at least know the context with which you're using words. So there's a lot of confusion regarding what race is, what nationality is, and what ethnicity is, and I think one of the reasons for that is the American media and the way these terms are used interchangeably. Most of these words were at one point or another synonymous. So we'll start with race. So race refers to a group of people who share similar and distinct physical traits. When this word was first used, it was used to refer to people who had a common language, and then used to denote national identity, and then later on in the 17th century was used in terms of physical traits. There are three broad categories of race. You have the Negroid, which includes people of African descent, Senegalese descent, and Australian Aboriginal people. And then you have the Mongoloid race, which includes people from maybe China, Korea, and also the Native Americans. And then you have the Caucasian race, which includes the Aryans and the Europeans. So when you're referring to race, when somebody comes from a country that is situated within Asia, for example, take a country like India. So you have the northerners who might be considered as Aryan, who might be classed as the Caucasian race, and then you have the southerners who can be classed as the Negroid race. Moving on to ethnicity, this is where it gets a bit tricky. So ethnicity refers more to sociological attributes, sociological features like culture. It is the fact or state of belonging to a social group that shares a common national or cultural identity or tradition. National identity, for example, you might say you're Mexican, you're Nigerian. Now I'm Nigerian, and within Nigeria we have different ethnicities. So I, for example, I'm a Hausa, and you have people who are of the Yoruba tribe. So then moving on to nationality, the status of belonging to a particular nation. With ethnicity, it can be used to refer to someone's nationality, but some people might define their ethnicity as whatever cultural background they're from. So you might see me and say, oh, you're Nigerian, that's your ethnicity, and I would also be correct in telling you, no, I'm Hausa because that's my ethnic identity. So it really is important maybe you get to know these people, and I don't think there's anything wrong in asking people what their ethnicity or race or whatever identity it is. I don't think there's any there's any racist underlying to this, because people can be ignorant to this. So sometimes it's good to make time out to explain these things to people. So race has sort of been classified as the same thing as ethnicity, where someone can be Indian or Chinese and these are seen as racist, whereas in fact they're not racist. Some Indians would fall under the Negro race and some would fall under the Caucasian race, whereas Chinese fall under the umbrella of the Mongoloid race. So it is important when you use these terms to understand what they really mean, and always go out and learn. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you're new around here, why not click subscribe. My name is Djaji Prime. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.